Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Being smart with your money. I'm gonna tell you what. If one of the things I'm really big on is just being smart with your money and being smart with it. Remember, I've always said it's a tool. It's a tool. Whether you want to be in business, whether you want to be, just stay on your job, your career, whatever. Is whatever the case, however you bringing in money, it's just being smart with your money. I talked about the power of paying bills in my last episode. Your bills on time. That's being smart with your money. Not being smart with your money is just spending on things that's not being of use. And I've talked about this before, and it's one of those subjects I'm always going to talk about. Even when I buy clothes, I'm always saying, okay, what am I getting out of this? What am I getting out of this? Last night, before recording, I bought a book of fiction. And they not paying me to advertise for them. Now, somebody might say, well, is that smart spending right there? Well, considering that I'm a writer and I want to see who else is selling, and also I do like to be entertained. I can't be working 24/7 and all of that. Yeah, it was a good investment. It was a great investment. But then I don't buy gossip magazines or something like that. And I don't buy stuff like that. Everything I buy, even the magazines, I'm like, okay, what does it bring with for me? Because I like to read, but then I'm looking at the stuff and it's like, okay, what can this bring to me? Can this increase my knowledge? Can this increase my perspective? Everything. So even magazine articles or magazines I might buy for the articles, I'm buying it, as something that can help me go forward in life. Give me a different perspective on what's possible. And then I transfer that into what I'm doing for a business. Now, it's interesting that, I get some people, every now and then I'll get somebody who doesn't realize what I do. This is a business. This is a business for me. So when I'm spending money, I'm thinking about, okay, what can I do? Okay, like this mic right here. Y'all might remember weeks ago, I had a smaller mic. I had a smaller mic and everything. Now, reason I got this, the clip just wasn't hanging on there right. The clip wasn't hanging on there right, so, I said, okay, let me get that. I'm gonna write it off, of course. But it's actually been better. I noticed the sound has been better and everything. I was like, oh, okay. But that's being smart. It is something. Or, just getting something for my car. Getting an air pump for my car. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I could go to this store or something, or I could have the air pump right here. I can, go to the gas station, always get the tires pumped, or I could have something right here. I'm always thinking before spending the money. Never willy-nilly. Even when I buy clothes, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like it, but what am I going to wear it for? If I look at the majority of clothes I have, they're clothes that I'll spend some money on or a little bit of money on, and I'm using it for my videos and everything. Those shirts I get, I actually got several white shirts. Wearing some sweats now, so not so much into the pants. But the shirts I have a ton of shirts, but what do? I'm wearing them to make money. Because if I was on here just in a t-shirt and everything, y'all probably be like, But got several white shirts, everything. And plus, I might do something for some people. Okay, being smart with it. Like being smart is I'm thinking, okay, how can me spending on this make more money? I look at a lot of stuff as investments. And I've talked about this before. See, one of the things that you want to do with your money, and this regardless whether you have a business, whether you have a career, whether you just have an ordinary job, you took the advice I shared when I talked about Tuesday about the most basic way of making money is getting a job. Okay, what are you going to do with that money? See, believe it or not, someone who makes $50,000 a year can actually have more money saved up and more money to use than somebody who makes $100,000. And somebody would say, well, how is that? Because the one who's making $50,000 is smarter. I've actually met people who are making six figures, or at least they said they were making six figures, and they were living paycheck to paycheck. To me, that's not smart. That is not smart. Like I would say for your basic bills, you want to have a minimum month that covers everything. A minimum month that covers all your bills and your savings. I'm saying at a minimum. A lot of people say 3 months. Yeah, you want to build to that. And really beyond that. But have at least a minimum month savings. Even if you got to wait for it. So you can cover something. Because you can't, especially, even in business, whether you're in a career, because, okay, like say you have a job somewhere, you don't know, they might go out of business. You don't know. You don't know. Or even if you have a business, you never know. Because, like for business, there was one website, a platform that I was making a lot of money off of. And all of a sudden they sent me something and say, oh, we're going out of business in 6 weeks. I was like, what the heck? Seriously. And I was like, oh, okay. But I was covered. I was like, okay, this is an annoyance. And it was an annoyance, but I had enough to cover like what they would send me. I had enough money to cover that. So, and plus, just move to another platform, but still, you never know. You never know. So it was like, but being smart with my money, that was covered. You be smart in how you spend your money. Say, okay, like the example I use, someone who's making $50,000 a year can actually have more money saved up than somebody making $100,000. Because the one making $50,000 is smart. They don't spend their money willy-nilly. They put their money away into their savings. They put it into a money market. They put it into different accounts. They not going out saying, well, I'm gonna buy this fancy car. They got a basic car that, it gets them from point A to B. So they not really spending money like, I don't know, $700 a month on a car. They, got a modest place to stay. They not spending a whole lot of money on some place that might be way beyond their means. They're smart with it. So you got to be smart with your money, whatever the case, okay? That's the one thing I want you to get from this channel. Be smart with how you spend your money, okay? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to think about it and really do be smart with your money. So you know the deal. Let's go make that money.